Allegations are this, that Mr. Berry was with his friend, Mr. J. Clark Collins, on or about May 20, 2019. They were riding together in Mr. Collins' vehicle. Mr. Collins was sitting passenger. Mr. Berry was driving that vehicle late at night. For some reason unknown, Mr. Berry shot his friend 6 or 7 times through the abdomen. Once he shot him, he discarded his body into a ditch, which he laid out there for several days. He took his vehicle and his credit card. He dumped his vehicle within the city limits and then left to go to Orangeburg, where he used the man's credit card. He did come back to Georgetown. He was questioned initially about where was the last time he saw him. He was not completely honest. Ultimately, when he did, was questioned again once we had more evidence on him through investigation, he confessed to the crime. So with that in mind, he has confessed he's facing significant time, which I believe that would make him a flight risk on his own, potentially life imprisonment. Also, he is out on those other bonds. So he has not followed the rules of staying out of trouble while he was out on those other bonds. So, Your Honor, because of the danger he's already shown his community and potential for flight risk since he's facing a very serious charge, we would ask for the previous bonds to be revoked, as well as this bond to be enhanced.
I'm going to try to summarize a number of statements that were given to me on behalf of the family and be as brief as I can. First and foremost, the family is 100% against the bond with any conditions. I'm not going to try to go back and re-argue what the solicitor has already told you. He's better at that than me, but I can't tell you how this has affected the family. This has been a tremendous tragedy for them. They've suffered an unimaginable loss. They are going through grief, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, panic attacks. All of these things are part of the grieving process would only be made worse by releasing this young man. In addition to these emotional harms and traumas, the family also has some physical issues that are made worse by emotional traumas, high blood pressure, things like that. So just for the health of this family alone, they would strongly object to any bond being set. This defendant knows where the Collins family lives. They rightfully fear for their lives. They have 3 other kids. Married, Myra and Terrence are happily married. This was a stable, loving family that was shattered in May by the acts of this defendant. So, again, they're firmly against setting a bond in any way, shape, or form for those reasons. For the public, for the safety of the public, for the safety of this family, for the safety of the defendant himself. We would ask that you deny bond in this matter, Judge. And thank you for listening.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Mr. Berry tells me he'll be living with his mother, Gina Bellamy, at 509 Morrison Street here in Georgetown. Your Honor, we're going to be asking for an ankle monitor. We understand that the concerns of a bond hearing are flight risk and danger to the community. We feel that an ankle monitor would take care of both those factors. Additionally, Your Honor, we feel a curfew would be appropriate. Mr. Berry and his family are of limited means. We'd be asking for a bond in the range of $100,000 along with a curfew and ankle monitor. Your Honor, when he found out about these charges, he turned himself in. We think that says a lot about Mr. Berry, and we'd ask that you consider a reasonable bond under the circumstances.
Very nice. Basic tenet of bond is that you keep peace and good order in the state of South Carolina. That is, you are not charged for further offenses while you are out on bond. Based on these factors, the court finds that the defendant should not be released on bond. He shall stay incarcerated at the present time without bond. Bond is denied in this matter at this time. Thank you very much.